Hi there, Broby223 here, and thanks so much for tuning into my ammunition testing series. This is episode 1, my first one ever, and I gotta say I'm pretty excited about it because it's going to be a great preview and trial run of what I hope to come. Over the next couple months, I'm going to look at a large variety of different 12-gauge shotgun ammo, each round with its own episode. We'll also do some terminal ballistics testing into carefully prepared and calibrated 10% ordnance gelatin, and some 25-yard patterning demonstrations with a variety of different shotguns equipped with different chokes. We'll finish up with a quick look at the shot components, both unfired and those I've recovered from the gelatin, so we can make some observations on things like wad performance and shot deformation. Today, we're looking at Federal's 3-inch 12-gauge premium Black Cloud steel BB. I'm super glad to have you with us, and can't wait to get started. Okay, so let's dive right in. Here's a block of 10% ordnance gelatin that we just shot with a round of Federal's 12-gauge premium Black Cloud BB. Right before the 12-gauge test, the gelatin was calibrated with a copper-plated steel BB, and for those looking to make corrections as per Duncan McPherson's model in his excellent book Bullet Penetration, here's the measurement data on the calibration BB. Now let's look at the penetration performance of the 12-gauge load, which frankly surprised me. Most conventional steel BB loads I've tested penetrate significantly less, and I speculate that the relatively deeper penetration of this load is due to the small cross-sectional area of the tight impact pattern and more effective cutting action from Federal's Flite stopper pellets. Supporting my cutting action theory is despite being loaded in the back of the wad, the Flite stopper pellets penetrated deeper than his round steel BBs. Okay, let's do some 25-yard pattern testing with these rounds. I brought 4 shotguns set up with a couple of different chokes, cylinder bore, cut-down cylinder, improved cylinder, and modified choke. Here we go. Okay, let's walk up together, lay all the guns out, and start with the cylinder bored 870 Marine Magnum. Federal's flight control wad's pretty impressive in this gun, I think, generating a 21-inch diameter pattern with approximately 60% of the pellets inside our 12-inch reference disc. Not quite so with my cut-down cylinder bored 1187 Sportsman, but pretty close. The overall pattern diameter is about 3 inches larger, and you can see there'd be more in the reference circle if my aim were better. The load's pattern continues to open up through the improved cylinder of my 870 Police, but not much. More than half the pellets are still inside the reference disc, and I'm pretty sure it'd still be dead coyote or dead goose. So lastly, let's look at the 870 with the modified rem choke. It's the biggest of all the patterns and suggests that Federal's flight control wad works best in cylinder bored guns where its rear opening pedals are unmolested by choke as they flare upon exiting the gun's muzzle. So there's our patterning segment for the episode. Let's go now and finish off with a quick look at the wad and the pellets in this load. So here's the contents of an unfired round. About 2/3 of the load's pellets are conventional steel BBs, and the remaining third are Federal's very interesting Flite stopper pellets with that cutting ring around their circumference. Moving over here, we have the projectiles recovered from our ordnance gelatin test and a fired flight control wad we recovered from general shooting. You can see that even though the pellets are made from steel, they still exhibit some deformation. This doesn't seem to detract from their tight patterning, which I'll speculate is owing to the excellent design of the rearward braking flight control wad. To give you a bit better perspective on the shot deformation and the ring circumference of Federal's Flite stopper shot, here's a close-up of the recovered BBs from the ordnance gelatin block. That one copper-plated BB was the one used for calibrating the gelatin block. Glad you noticed. So all in all, I think Federal's Premium's Black Cloud 12-gauge BB exhibited some surprising and superior performance by comparison to other 12-gauge steel BB loads I've tested. I really hope you'll tune in to future episodes where I plan on sharing many of these other tests, and real soon let's see how it stacks up against plated lead BB. I hope you've enjoyed my first episode, and in closing, if you have something you'd like to see tested, please don't hesitate to let me know in the comments below. Thanks so much for watching, and take care.